So in India, even to this day, we have arranged marriages. So arranged marriages are when like your parents and somebody else's parents get together. They look at your religious, like, do you eat meat? Do you drink alcohol? Are you like financially stable? Do y'all want to have kids? Like they look at all of these factors and they try to match them up. It is a pragmatic approach to love. And love is not even a part of that, right? So it's like even in arranged marriages, what tends to happen, so this is like how it's been described to me, is that you match initially. And so I was talking to one of my close family friends, and I was asking him, like, what was it like when you met your wife? And he was like, we met the day before we got married. And it was decided to be a good match. And then over time, so they've been married for like 40 years and happily so. They've raised a couple of kids. Their kids are doing great. Their grandkids are doing great. They're like living their best life. And so...
Hang on. He's asking his friends. Okay. There's a lot to unpack here, right? He's talking about arranged marriages. He's talking about, your family picking your partner. And look, I've got an Indian background. I'm Punjabi. It happens. It used to happen in my community, but even like people like myself who are brought up in the West, like we don't want to, like, it's very rare that you still get arranged marriages. If you're a Indian person living in the West, brought up in the West, right? If you are, like I was born in England, like it's very rare that you would, like somebody born in England that would have an arranged marriage, okay? And then you're talking about your friends got married and they had an arranged marriage and they've been married 40 years. So that means that your friends are in their 60s. Okay. Like I imagine your friends got married when they were 20, right? Like let's imagine like they're really young, okay, and they got married when they were 15. Okay, but they've been married for 40 years. Okay. So now your friends are 55. How does this help a 20-year-old that watches your channel? Right? This is what I mean. Dr. K's fucking information, Dr. K's, the advice he gives, the examples he gives are so out of touch, right? He's like, oh yeah, like my friend who's been married for 40 years, right? What's that, a baby boomer, right? He's a baby boomer, but like they've been married for 40 years and they met on the day of the wedding. Like, what has that got to do with modern dating? In a world where women can sell their pussies online, right? They don't need a man for financial stability. Most people hate their own family. Like a lot of people come from single parent homes. Okay. What has that got to do with your parents finding you a woman, finding you a man that you meet on the day of your wedding? It is totally not. Like, you're talking two different languages here. Like I can't even find the words because it is so far removed from what is going on in today's society in 2026. And this guy's like, yeah, 40 years ago, my friend got married and they've been married for 40 years, like, which is supposed to be a sign of a great marriage. The fact that it lasted this long and they never met until the day of the fucking wedding, right? It's because they're probably fucking losers.
And they also develop this other kind of storage love, right? So this is a love that is based on friendships and relationships. So this is like we've...
Yeah, but like you're talking about people in the 50s, bruv, right? Your friend's been married for 40 years. I want you to hear that. Like just, I'm going to rewind it and then play it to you again. And then just listen to what he's fucking says.
He's like, we met the day before we got married.
It's a little bit before here.
It's been described to me is that you match initially. And so I was talking to, one of my close family friends. And
he's talking to his close family friends. Listen to this next bit.
I was asking him, like, what was it like when you met your wife? And
he's asking his close family friend, what is it like when you met your wife?
He was like, we met the day before we got married.
We met the day before we got married.
And it was decided to be a good match. And then over time, so they've been married for like 40 years. And
what type of family friend is this? Bro, right? Like, how old is Dr. K? Like you're taking advice of a 50, 60-year-old, I imagine. Like, I'm shaking my head because it's like you must be at least 20 years old before you fucking get married, right? Okay, I'm let's draw the line. Okay, these people, Dr. K, his fucking family friend, they were 20 years old and got married. They've been married for 40 years, right? That means today in 2026 they're 60 years old. Like, do you understand that? Like, they're 60, like people who are in their 60s, it's a totally different generation, it's a totally different way of life. Like, those things that they went through, like, this is like a pre-internet, pre-mobile phone, like like there was 5 channels on TV, bruv, at the time. 40 years ago, right, is 1986. I wasn't even born then, right? And you want me to get advice of you, somebody who is referencing people that got married before I was alive. Like, I'm just trying to highlight the fact that this is the people that you're taking advice from, okay? He has no idea what your situation is, what you're going through, right? He is somebody who stumbled upon luck because he was streaming on Twitch.
Happily so. They've raised a couple of kids. Their kids are doing great. Their grandkids are doing great.
Oh yeah, great. Like, yeah, 40 years ago they raised kids. Right, let's find out how the kids of this 40-year-old fucking couple are doing. Right, are they having arranged marriages? Okay, like, and the way he just casually just like, oh yeah, my family friend, they've been married for 40 years. I asked him, like, what's the secret to a happy life? He's like, I met my wife on the day of my wedding. 40 years ago, in 1986. I wasn't born then, right? Were you born then? I don't know, man. Like, a lot of his followers are like fucking, like, they're in the early 20s, I imagine. Like, just be aware of the hypocrisy, be aware of the lies that he is spewing.
Great. They're like living their best life. And so then they also develop this other kind of storage love, right? So this is a love that is based on friendships and relationships. So this is like, we've been together for a long time. We've grown together for a long time. It's not this passionate Eros kind of love. So the first thing that we have to be careful about, and we'll understand why this is in a minute, is that if we're selecting for one type of love, it may actually come at the cost of another kind of love. So,
and his reference for it is people who got married in 1986. 1986. One more time. 1986. That is his example. That is his reference point for foregoing a passionate type of love, a dating love, to meet somebody on the day of your wedding in order to have a healthier fucking relationship.
Over time, I think you can develop them all in all of the aspects. But at the beginning, as we'll see, there are a couple of really interesting models of love and passion and intimacy that make it hard to fall in love and feel that spark and that chemistry if you are mentally approaching it like a job interview. If you're trying to find your best partner, the partner that fits with your life, this is utilizing a different part of your brain than the part of your brain that falls in love. So I think,
like for me, like, I'm done. I'm so done. Like, I'm flabbergasted, right? Like all the bullshit he's spewing now, right? The example he's using is somebody who is not like your parents probably got married in 1986. If you're watching this right now, right? If you're somebody who's watching this right now, your parents, I bet you they got married mid 1980s. Okay, late 1980s, mid 1980s. Yeah, I'm willing to bet, right, a lot of money on the fact that they got married around the same time as the people he's referencing and giving the advice based on what their life was like. This is why Dr. K has no clue what the fuck he's doing, right? It is all just a pump and dump. It is a scheme, right? He is as bad as Andrew Tate at this point. Okay, it is all to lure you into his fake therapeutic sessions.
What's actually going on is that what we're seeing, the reason it's so hard to find chemistry with people is because we are actually selecting for one part of our brain instead of the other. So let's talk about that for a second. If we look at studies on falling in love, what fuels passion, an integrative review of competing theories of romantic passion. So we're going to talk about two theories. So there's something called the rate of change in intimacy model, and there is something called the self-expansion model. So let's explain what these are. So if you look at like studies on how human beings fall in love, there are a couple of different models that describe the romantic love, the eros love. Okay. So here's how we're approaching this lecture. There are centuries in each.
Oh, fuck.
Number one.
Okay. But basically, what he's trying to do is he's trying to pass on some sort of advice, some sort of wisdom about how to meet your partner. And a lot of it in the dating market right now is because you are using dating apps, it is based off your picture and your profile, really, and people are making choices based off that. So initial your attraction is like, you know, they say a picture says 1,000 words. Okay, so whatever you write in your fucking bio is overwritten by your picture, which is why you need good pictures in your fucking bio anyway, right? You know, but if you're not naturally stereotypically handsome, right? If you don't have a chiseled body, if you don't have a you know, chiseled face, a attractive face, right? Like you're already like you are going to lose out on that. Okay. And his whole point, what he's trying to say is right now is he's like yeah, instead of choosing based on looks, like look for more compatibility about your socioeconomic status, your family status, your religious beliefs, your political beliefs, right? Which is fair, right? But that is, who the fuck does that? Okay, and the people he's referencing, like he's referencing your parents. Like what are we fucking doing here? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, like I'm absolutely flabbergasted by his casualness. Right, he has no idea what he's talking about on this topic. Right, he has no idea how to navigate your life circumstances. Right, the dating market, bro. Like you have fucking 20-year-old girls being flown out to Monaco, Dubai, you know, Miami, Las Vegas, all these places in the world. Right, London. Okay, like they're being flown out by billionaires, right? And they pump and dump them, right? They're thrown back out. Okay, then you have people like Jeffrey Epstein flying them out to private islands to do God knows what, right? And he's like, yeah, like, you know, there's a few different types of love. It's like, bruv, like it's not about love anymore. Like, what an idiot.
Are they real? If yes, is there a biology to soulmates? And is there a, let's call it spirituality to soulmates? So we're talking
like it sounds all great, biology and spirituality. It's like, no, that's not how it works. It's about you need to be seen as somebody who is a king, right? Every woman on the earth sees herself as a queen, right? How do you get a fucking queen? You need to position yourself in life, in the world, as a king. Okay, and if you're able to do that, if you're able to understand what it is that I'm saying, right, that is the only way to attract someone, right? Everyone else is going to get fucked, right? Most people will never have a girlfriend. Most people will never have sex. Most people will end up sexless. And there is going to be a huge infertility crisis where birth rates will naturally decrease. But the people here at Raw Instinct, we will continue to procreate. We will continue to have, you know, a harem of women, people who see us as kings because we position ourselves as subject matter experts. Okay. And that is what I'm doing here. That is what I want you to do. That is the type of life that I want you to have. I'm here, you know, I'm not here to fucking get millions and millions of fucking followers. I'm here to get the people who understand what I'm saying and understand what it is that I'm doing, who believe the same things as I do, who have the same values as I do, and want to work with me, right? And want to build a kingdom, position themselves as a king, and be seen as a king, right? Build a kingdom, right? That is what we are here to do, to build side by side, so that when shit's a fan, when the new crises in the world emerge, that we can be there shoulder to shoulder, side by side, ready to fight for one another. And if that is what you want to be part of, if you want to be part of my community, part of this community, be part of the Royal Allegiance of Kings, be part of the Amicis, then reach out to me. Let's see if we can work together. But this guy, man, I'm flabbergasted.
About a soul as like a transcendental concept, or is the experience of soulmates just humans in their brains? So next thing that we have to do is that there are different types of love. Eros, pragma, storge, okay? And then agape. This is the sacrificial. So now the question becomes, are there biological mechanisms towards these different things? And the answer is yes. So pragma love is going to be from your frontal lobes, right? We're making
that's what the fucking world needs. We need to understand the frontal lobe, right? Like, how hard is it to fucking get a date, right? Just go get drunk, go to a bar, and then fucking start talking to some women, right? Don't get so drunk that you're fucking sloppy, but you know what I mean. Like, have a couple drinks so you relax. That is like all throughout the last 100 years. How has anyone ever met anyone else, right? In the Western world, right? They'll go to a pub, they'll go to a bar, they'll have a few drinks, they'll meet someone, they share a few laughs, and they hook up. And from there, a relationship forms, right? That is how it's done. Not this frontal lobe, right? Like, oh yeah, let's look at your amygdala, right? Let's look at your fucking frontal lobe. Like, mate, you are so far removed from the actual issues. It is a fucking joke.
Calculations, analyses, storage.
By the way, I had a second video to look at, but this one is just so fucking dumb and hilarious at the same time. It's just like, let's just stick to that.
Love is going to be friendship, allies, partners. I'm not sure exactly where that comes from. Maybe this is...
He's not sure because he has no dating experience.
Something related to oxytocin.
He read it in a fucking textbook. This is a textbook. Like, this is a textbook therapist. Right? No experience, no personal insight. He just read it in a fucking book, right? And his books were written in fucking 1970, 1980, right? So just remember that when you're fucking signing up to his fucking course, right? He has no clue. He has no idea. Like, I am ready to denounce him. He is a fraud in my books. Okay? Like, the guy has no credibility. Like, yeah, he will tell you some fucking fancy story about his life, about his ashram experience, right? About his story of how he came up. But it's like there is no help being offered right now. Okay, you are literally just fucking giving examples out of a textbook. Tell us how to solve the dating crisis, bruv.
But maybe not. And then there's agape love, which is sacrifice. So you put this person ahead of yourselves. So this comes from the parts of our brain that give us compassion, right? So this is a different kind of love. And then we have eros. So now we're going to look at a couple of different models. So this is falling in love, this feeling of a soulmate. Like, what does it feel like to meet your soulmate? You feel so connected. You love them. You just met them and you feel a spark. That's why we're going to talk about the rate of intimacy model. Okay, so let's understand this. Here's time. Here is how well you know someone. So when I meet a soulmate, I don't know them very well. I just met them for the first time and I learn a little bit about them. And then I learn a little bit more. Then we start hanging out. Then we start hanging out more and I'm learning more. Oh my God, now we're trauma bonding. Now we're connected. Now I'm discovering this. And now, oh my God, we like all the same bands. And then eventually, actually, this is maybe a better indication of it. So now I'm falling in love, but then something starts to happen. Now I know a lot about them. Now I'm starting to, we're kind of getting into a relationship. I'm still learning things about them. These things are not as fun as before. And then eventually I know them. So what this model posits, and I think there's neuroscientific evidence of this, is that the rate at which you are getting to know someone. So how much is intimacy increased here, right? Let's say it's increased 0. How much?
There's no intimacy to fucking increase because she's not attracted to the bro. She's not even talking to the guy. Like, he's missed the whole step. Like, how is he is saying, right? You can't meet your soulmate on Hinge, right? Whereas all modern dating is online, is via Instagram, is via dating apps, right? You can't meet your soulmate on there, and then like he's like, yeah, like what about your sexual compatibility? What about your attraction? Blah blah blah. He's like the men and women aren't even in the same room at this point, right? Like the women, hot women don't exist in real life. Hot women don't exist in real life, and what I mean by that is the fact that you, right, wherever you are in the world, whoever is the hottest, the 5 hottest girls in your city, in your town, okay, in your village, they are all being funneled to millionaires and billionaires. So then now they are in different places, right? You might be in London, okay, and you might be in central London, you might be in fucking Piccadilly Circus, you might be in Tiger, right? As a man, you can get in there. Anyone can fucking get in there. It's a really shit club, right, in central London, right? But the hot women, they're in Soho House, a private member club. They're in the Box, okay? They are going to the Rain, right? Rain Club. They are in Libertine, right? They are in Tape Club, okay? Cirque. They are in Cirque on a Wednesday night. Okay, how do I know? Because I fucking go there. Okay, like I know how this shit works, right? So all these hot women are congregated into these high-end clubs where most men don't have access unless you pay £1,000 for a table, right? And this guy's talking about like, yeah, like your frontal fucking cortex, like.
How much is intimacy increased here?
Like, yeah, let's increase intimacy. You're not in the same venue to meet these people to increase the intimacy.
It's increased 3. How much is it increased here? It's increased 5. How much is it increased here? Now it's increased 10. So this is like, if we're looking at calculus, it's the rate of change. The level of intimacy is...
This is what I mean. Like he's speaking to a bunch of nerds. He is nerdifying it. He's like, yeah, let's do the fucking rate of change. Let's do some calculus. Bro, like you have no clue about modern dating. You have no clue how it works. You have no idea what is going on right now.
Accelerating. So I knew 1 fact about them today. Then I knew 3 things about them. Then I knew 5 things about them. Then I knew 10 things. So this is +2, +1, plus... Oh, this is +2. So that doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, nothing makes sense that you fucking talk about. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit because he is pissing me off with this fucking fake calculation he's trying to do.
The quality of love is different. The neuroscience of the love is different. So let's talk about neuroscience a little bit. So this kind of love is governed by the nucleus accumbens.
The thing is, right, like I'm about to wrap up. Like I've had enough. Like I cannot stomach this fucking prick anymore, this guy. Okay. Let me breathe. Calm the fuck down. Okay. The thing that Dr. K is missing, right? Like, let me jump in here. Hang on. Look.
And dopamine. So if we...
So he's talking about, dopamine. He's talking about oxytocin. He's talking about the bonding chemicals. The problem with modern dating right now, okay, is the fact that they're not in the same room. You're not in the same space, okay? You might be if you're in school, right? You might be if you're in college. You might be in the same class, right? But even if somebody, if you have an 18, 19, 20-year-old in college, right, at university, she's being DM'd. If she's hot, right? I'm not talking about the ugly girls, right? You are great. Dr. K's advice works for only on ugly girls. Do you want to date an ugly girl? By the way, if you want to date an ugly girl, no hate. You do what you want to do, right? But this channel ain't for you. This channel is about living life as a king, like a royal, okay? unleashing that raw instinct that you have within you onto the world. Okay. And what we do here, we want to live the best life. We want to have access to everything. We want to live a life of luxury. We want to become the new elites, new people who run this world. Right? We don't be like Dr. K, fucking having sex with like some 3 out of 10 ogre, right? Like, if that is your ambition, if you just want to, if that is your ambition in life, like, you do you, man. But this channel ain't for you. Then log off, innit? Don't fucking watch this shit, right? I don't want to see no hate comments on this video, right? Because if you're the type of person that dates that type of person, then this channel ain't for you. You're not supposed to watch it. Therefore, don't comment on it, right? This channel is for the people who want fucking 10s, 9s, right? Well, we fucking 8 once in a while, you know, when we feel charitable. Because we're benevolent kings, we're philosopher kings here at Raw Instinct. But Dr. K has no idea what he's talking about. He is talking about like only dating ugly girls. There is no way that he has any dating experience. He has no idea of the plight that young people are going through. You know, if you're a 20-year-old man, if you're a 25-year-old man, that the women that are your age that you should be dating, they are in Dubai, they are in Monaco, right? They're at the Cannes Film Festival. They're in Milan, right? And you know, you might say, "Oh yeah, I can get a fucking plane ticket to Milan. Let me go there." It's like, no. Once you get to Milan, they're in exclusive private members clubs. They're in clubs where it costs you $1,000 just to get in. Right? I've been to New York. Right? I went to One Oak. Right? It cost you like 1,500 just for a table there, right? And that was on a like Wednesday night, not even a Friday night. It's a Wednesday night. Like, do you get what I mean? Like, you spend like 1,500, 1,000 on a table. I've been to Las Vegas, right? In excess. Okay, if you want to get a good table, it's like two grand, right? And even then, it's not even a good table, right? It's like, if you want to get a big baller table, it's like 5, 10, sometimes 10 grand, like depending on who the DJ is of the night. Anyway, what I'm trying to tell you is that don't listen to this guy for fucking advice. He has no idea what is going on, right? Yes, he's a therapist. He's got some fucking degree. He doesn't understand your plight, right? And look, I'm not trying to chase his following. I'm not trying to get that number of subscribers. I'm looking for 100 people who are willing to make a change in their life, take a risk, who understand that the way the life is set up for them now, the way that life is run, their future is in jeopardy, and they want to do something about it. Right? I am sending a bat signal out to the Avengers. Okay, I'm assembling the Avengers, and if you want to be a part of it, if you want to join the kings here at Raw Instinct, if you want to join the people, the Amichis that I'm gathering, then reach out to me. Let's see if we can work together. But that is it. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon.